Hi there, welcome to the channel. This is the dashboard with yours truly, Ojay. Yes, my name is Ojay Aito, and yes, welcome once again. We're talking about something a little bit spiritual for today. Well, not exactly, very spiritual actually, and it has to do with marriage. Spiritual matters that you need to trash before you get married. And if you happen to have been married, yes, you can still talk about these matters right now. So I have here 6 spiritual matters that you need to trash with your spouse, your partner, before you say I do. Number 1 is in some way, it is the biggest of all. Yes, if you choose to see it in the way I say it, and it has to do with giving, okay? Now, both of you, that is you and your spouse to be, must have, if not exact frame of mind, close to your frame of mind as regards giving, your perspective as regards giving must be a little bit close, if not totally close, okay? Both of you must understand each other's perspective as regards giving, because giving is a spiritual thing, and it won't be cool if one of you believes that he or she must give when it comes to perhaps giving to people, tithing, offering, and all those things, while the other person is just plain indifferent, okay? So both of you must be on the same page, and that's what I try to talk about every time I talk about anything as regards marriage. Being on the same page is key, it is pivotal to having a good and healthy marriage. So spiritual matter number 1 is that both of you must speak about your perspective as regards giving. Number 2 spiritual matter that both of you must trash before marriage. Number 2, it is called the Ancestral Stronghold. Ancestral Stronghold. Now, the truth is that you only know where you're from, even if you know. But you have no idea, or you perhaps haven't made deep research enough about the kind of stronghold that the person you're getting married to, or the family you're getting married into, is into, if you get my English correct, okay? You surely want to know what kind of lineage as regards spiritual, connection that the person you're getting married to is into. But if you don't even know about your own spiritual lineage, you need to ask your parents and your grandparents what exactly is, the connection to whoever or whatever, deity. So both of you must know, and both of you must have talked about it well before you even enter into any, conjugal, conjugation, if that's acceptable. But that's the truth, okay? Strongholds, as they call them, they are strong and they are holds. They can hold you down or hold you up. So both of you must talk about it and be, certain that it is amicably discussed and resolved before you get into marriage, okay? Number 3 is in close connection to number 2. Yes, sir. And it has to do with covenant. Either blood, water, sand, air, food covenant. Whatever covenant that anybody that is in the party of both of you has ever had with another person. Yes, sir. You must trash it right there and there. You must trash it. Find time. Both of you must sit down and say, look, what covenant have you entered before? Or did your parents enter on your behalf? See, marriage is not where you just come and go, at least for the real concept of a marriage, okay? So you truly want to know of this. I'm not saying that the person that you are going to get married to must drop from heaven, you understand? I'm just saying that both of you must trash this issue. And I'm not saying that you should quit or you should beja or you should japa, when you see that someone is, neck deep into some covenants. I'm saying that you at least know, so that if you want to resolve it together, both of you will be on the same boat, fighting the good fight of faith. So covenant is not it's not bread and butter. It's not something that you speak English to. You understand? It is deeper than that. So both of you must speak about it, talk about it before. It's not just about lovey, or career, or number of kids. No, talk about things that matter. Spiritual matters are strong and they do matter. This one too is in close relation to number 3. They are all closely related. It has to do with How far is too far, or how far is not far enough? How far can you go to get answers, to get solutions, to get remedy, to get results? Can you go as far as Orioke? Okay, Yanu, okay, Tusile, okay, Gbala, okay, Donde, okay. For example, now, the lady might be looking like one, fresh graduate from one Ivy League school. But when problem starts, she might just go straight and be looking for, But when problem now come, you will now see her praying inside water or, bathing with some kind of, I'm not saying that these things are bad. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that they might look like some extremes or some extension of, the human's religious capacity. So both of you must be able to talk about it. Not as if you will sit down and say that, oh yeah, you're going to confess to me. Have you seen my Bible before? No, I'm not saying that you should be that. I'm just saying that you should trash it, talk about it. In the period where you are courting or you are seeing yourself, however way you are seeing yourself, talk about these things, okay? It's not only about sex. No, talk about spiritual matters that will help your marriage and help your children too. This number 4 is spiritual too, but it has been, what's the word now? It has been westernized. You get? And it has to do with zodiac signs, Some people believe so much on zodiac signs that if they fail today, they'll tell you that it is a zodiac sign. No, I'm not saying that you should not believe in them. I'm just saying that if both of you believe in them, or if one person believes in it and the other, is indifferent, both of you must talk about it, okay? There are people who cannot pray without putting their hands inside water because they are Pisces, like they call themselves Pisces. If you believe in it, good for you. If it works for you, say amen to it. But both of you must talk about, both of you that are coming to the marriage, not some other external party. Both of you coming to the marriage must talk about it. I'm indifferent about it, but it's not my concern. It is both of you that have the concern to trash. Both of you trash it now. It's a spiritual matter, even though it looks Western. Number 6 has to do with prophecies, dreams, visions, and the bearer of these visions, that is the prophet or the prophetess or the pastor or the spiritual leader or the imam or the, is there a female imam? Imam, sorry, I don't know if there's a female imam, but there should be, yeah. Well, I'm not sure. Okay, so does your partner, or do you as the partner, do you believe in seeing visions? Do you believe in dreams? And when you see dreams, you take them serious? Is it something that, if you see dream like this, you will not sleep until you go and find out the source of the dream, or you begin to, look for the interpretation of dreams? Or is it that if your pastor tell you that they dreamt about you not marrying that guy, you will take the pastor's word serious, which is, next one I'm going to talk about. Dreams and prophecies and visions. How serious do you take these things? It's another spiritual matter both of you need to talk about, okay? And this one you need to trash it well, because it's much more than what they think or what your partner thinks. It's also what your partner's mother or your partner's father thinks, especially the mother. So, because mothers are more intentional when it comes to spiritual matters. So you have to be very careful, and you have to ask in a very amicable way. You are not there to come and cause quanta or cause bege. You are there to come and take their son or take their daughter and marry. And if you take their son to marry or their daughter to marry, you have also taken them, because marriage is a family affair. It's not just, collect that person and run away. You are married to the entire family. Do you understand? Even though in some sense you are not, but in some other sense, you are not, but you are. Yes, sir. So that's it. So you believe in dreams, you believe in visions, you believe in seer or seers, palm readers, all those things, stargazers. Do you believe in those things? You need to talk about it with your spouse well. So the last one we're going to talk about is, like I said earlier, it has to do with the bearer of these dreams and these things. So who is the highest spiritual person that you believe in? If you, for example, are the guy or the man in the house, do you see yourself as the pastor of the house, or do you go to seek injunctions or, spiritual advice from another spiritual head? Or as the woman that is going to get married to the man, do you think your pastor's, advice is more succinct? Do you think it's weightier than your husband's advice? Do you think you have to merge the two, or do you think you have to go with only one? So whose advice, who has a highest spiritual effect on you? You have to talk about it too, because these things matter a lot. So if you're already married, you can still talk about this thing with your spouse. So both of you still come together, because marriage is a lifetime thing. So if you are 10 years marriage, 20 years marriage, 5 years, 2 years, 2 months, you still have the long way to go. So both of you talk about it as the Spirit leads you. So that's it for today's edition of the Dashboard. I have to share some spiritual matters that marriage people, or people who want to go into marriage, or people who are already into marriage can, connect with, and then have a blissful, happy, successful marriage. Once again, I'm Ojay, Aito, and if you're here to subscribe to the channel, please subscribe.